Hello, everybody. I too found out about this by listening to my voicemail late last night. And I'm always thrilled to talk about some of the challenges that we face. And right now I'm in the throes of starting up community-based flexible support program. I'll be running back today to keep working on things. But I just wanted some of the things that I think are critical in shared decision-making. 20 years ago, when I came to Massachusetts to get involved with clubhouse programs, the first thing I noticed was I was asked to go sit in a case conference, and the member wasn't with me. And I sat there and I said, well, where is the person? Why aren't they here with me? Because in reality, everybody in that person's life was there, but not them. So there was no shared decision-making. And so I, at that point, said, I'm not going to stay. Because if they're not here, they can't speak for themselves. And so I made it clear that from this point on, nobody from the clubhouse was going to come unless the person was there to speak for themselves. So I think shared decision-making in this state has been happening for a long time, you know, where people in the clubhouse world have advocated for that for a long time. Just wanted to say that. And I really feel that the RLCs now, where peer support is happening, to me is so wonderful, and we're very involved in that. In the Southeast area, one of the things that folks are bringing up as an issue, though, for them is their role change, and how hard that's been for folks to go from someone receiving services to someone providing services. And how difficult that is when they then at sometimes need to use services again. So I just think that's something that we need to continue to look at to make sure folks who are providing support to others still get the support that they need. This thing is making loud noises. The other thing that I found is important that we look at, as I've been meeting with staff of the current agencies that I'm helping to take on, a lot of the staff I've interviewed said, I asked them, what do you do? And they said, I'm a caretaker. Oh, I was really interested by that, and you know, that's what they felt that they did. They worked each day to support folks in the residential programs. Some of them actually said, I cook, I clean, I shop, I take care of folks. And that's what they had been doing for years in a lot of these residential programs. So the idea that they would take on a role of now sharing the decision with the person that they're going to be working with, I said to them, well, we'd like to change some things and really focus on recovery and rehabilitation and really finding out what the person living in this house wants with their life. And here's what they said. Well, every time I bring that up with the person, they say to me, it's my human right to sit here and say, I don't want to do anything. So I found that very interesting, that what is it that we need to do to help the individual who has kind of fallen into a pattern of not doing anything, living in that residence for 20 years or whatever, and not taking on, for whatever reason, the risks or the movement towards employment or any type of recovery or rehabilitation services. So I was thinking, you know, we're coming in there all gung-ho, we want to do employment-focused services, we want to do recovery and rehab services, yet we're talking to folks who are saying, hold on, I'm used to this individual cooking my meals for me every day. And I'm saying to this staff person, you're not going to be cooking anymore. So it's a challenge in how are we going to engage folks in becoming part of a system where they have a voice. The other thing that I think is really important is the whole notion of integration of services. To me, it's really, really important to, years ago, a lot of folks, every time we would try and get folks on the job, it would be, well, wait a minute, they have a doctor's appointment, or they have chores they need to do. So the notion of employment being the #1 thing and helping them to get a job is critical to really get that message out there that we all need to come together with our team model where the person's wishes and needs are center, and whatever their supports are, you know, it supports them, it's all around them. So, you know, their doctor's appointment needs to be when they can make a doctor's appointment. Things like that. So there's a lot of issues that we need to address in making sure that it's shared decision making, but it really is the person, like any of us, you know, pushes it forward.
Thank you.